guys, so I'm doing another Toxxxic Talk, and I'm going to basically be talking to you guys about the importance of first date safety. First dates can be a lot of fun, but first dates can also turn really bad really quick. I've watched Investigation Discovery Channel, which talks a lot about like murders and serial killers, basically like all that kind of stuff. And I've watched a few where they've gone on like first dates and have gotten abducted and killed, or raped and killed, and it's really scary to think that there are people like that out there in this world, but there really are. And I think that every woman or man, if you go out on a first date, you need extra protection just in case you end up meeting Mr. Psycho. Especially if you do online dating, that can really be kind of scary, because you don't really know the person on the other end of the computer. They may say they're a 25-year-old male, but they might end up being some 60-year-old dude who likes to strangle women and rape them. So, you definitely need to be careful. Elisa and I, Algie, the PSA, Black Muna, whatever you want to call her, we have a pact. On first dates, we have our wingman, and basically what that is we both go to a well-lit area, maybe a restaurant. So we go there and we talk to the manager, and be like, like, I'll be like, she's on a first date or I'm on a first date, and we definitely, want to be sitting close to each other. And they will most likely do it. Because on first dates, you definitely want to meet in a well-lit area where there's a lot of people around, and, don't go back to their place or go to a movie where it's really dark or anything like that. Meeting at a public place is a lot safer than meeting at their house or the movies, because it's dark and because you are open to violence or attacks or whatever. So basically what we do is when we go out, we have a signal. Like, I'll text Elisa 911 if I need to get out of there immediately, or if I'm not enjoying my time, or if I'm having a bad time, or somebody, he says something stupid, or is trying to do something. I'll text 911. We both end up going to the bathroom. I talk to her about it and be like, look, this is what's going on, this is what we need to do, I need to get out of here. So what I recently had to do, I went on a first date a couple of days ago, and it was absolutely horrible. The dude was like psychotic as hell. I met him on Facebook, and he seemed like a pretty cool guy, until I met him, and he seriously had the personality of a serial killer, and it scared the living shit out of me. Excuse my French, but that's just the truth. He scared the living shit out of me. So I texted Elisa 911. We both met in the bathroom. She's like, what's going on? I was like, man, this dude's freaking me out. He's freaky. Like, we went to the same middle school and high school together. Not at the same time, but we did. And he was like, oh my god, we have so much in common. We are compatible for each other. We're like perfect for each other. Being like super clingy and like talking about relationships, and like he asked me if I wanted to get married, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is a first date. You don't talk about marriage and kids and shit on the first date. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, just because we went to the same high school and middle school at different times does not mean anything. Pretty much everybody around in this area went to the same middle school and high school together. So, I mean, it may be different times, but we've all gone to those because there's only 2 schools around here. And he was like, oh my god, we are so compatible. We are perfect for each other. Are you serious? Like, I was just sitting there trying not to, like, freak out. So I texted her, I was like, we need to plan something, you know, because he's freaking me out, and he wanted to go to a movie at like midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning. He was like, we should go to like the midnight movie or like 2 o'clock in the morning movie, and we'll go there and all this stuff. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I talked to her, and she was like, let's just leave, just tell him you have a phone call and get the fuck out of there. And I was like, okay. So, you know, I came out of the bathroom, and we had this plan where she called my phone, and I was like, oh, well, you know, excuse me, I have a phone call, I'll be right back. Go outside and get the hell out of there. You know, because he wasn't all there together. He really wasn't. And he was an okay guy, but mentally he was not there. Like, seriously, it freaked me out to no end. And when I told Elisa, she was like, we need to go, because if he wants to take you to a 2 o'clock movie on a first date, no. She's like, no, don't do it, because God knows what he's capable of. And he literally had the personality of a serial killer, an obsessive serial killer. I'm not even joking you. It was scary as fuck. So, you know, you definitely need to have protection when you go out on first dates. Like, if you decide to go alone, you know, you don't have a wingman, carry a blade with you. Like, I used to carry a box cutter around with me. I know this sounds probably weird, but I used to carry a box cutter around with me everywhere I went, because after, like, I heard about these murders that were, like, literally 2 minutes from my house, I started carrying the blade with me everywhere I went, because I was like, nobody's gonna kill me. I'm gonna end up stabbing them with my box cutter first before they do anything to me, you know. And I got, like, really scared after that. So you definitely need to, you know, protect yourself. A box cutter, whatever, mace, you know, something that you could, like, a taser gun. I mean, if you can get a taser gun, that would be great, because you could just meh, and he's gone. And this, you know, isn't just for women, it's for men too, because, you know, you don't really know who you're talking to on the other side, especially doing online dating, or if you meet somebody in a club, you know, and they're like, hey, we should go out, hang out, you know, they may be great hanging out at the club, but you go out by yourself with nobody around, and that could seriously make it to where you're on Channel 2 Action who's dead, you know, and they're trying to find their killer. And, you know, and I know I'm probably, like, I probably overreact, but I've seen so many stories where people have gone out on dates and never came home, and it's really, really quite scary. And I want to make sure that all you guys know that, you know, definitely protect yourself on first dates. When you go out with somebody, protect yourself. Have somebody there to back you up just in case something happens. You know, go to a well-lit area, take mace, a taser gun, maybe, you know, a small switchblade, something with you just in case. You may not need to use it. You may have a wonderful time. You know, he may be the guy of your dreams or the girl of your dreams, and, you know, it may be the best date you've ever had. You know, or it could be the worst. You never know. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you go on first dates, protect yourself. Be prepared. Plan ahead, you know, and if you have friends, like a really, really close friend, like I have with Elisa, plan something and be like, look, you're going to be my wingman. You're going to be there for the date, you know, and protect yourself. You know, and, you know, after, you know, if you guys decide to go on a second date, third date, fourth date, you know, don't ever put your guard down completely, because you never know, they could, you know, I've also seen things where people, once they get married, the motherfuckers go crazy, and they go on a killing spree and kill their whole family, and then move to another continent and start all over again. So, you know, just protect yourself, ladies, like, and guys, you know, you definitely need to protect yourself. You know, there used to be a time where you could go out with someone, go to, you know, the movies, and somewhere like it was dark, and you could probably go over to his house and nothing would happen, and you guys would just have a wonderful time talking. But there are some crazy people out there in this world. You have to realize that not everybody is what they seem. Trust me, I know. I have met some crazy people that I thought were so cool, and when I met them, I was like, you know what? I think I left the oven on, so I need to go home and make sure my house didn't burn down. Or, I left my cat outside and it's raining, so I need to go home and make sure my cat's okay. Or, just make up make up something. I've actually told somebody, like, this is fucked up, but I was like, yeah, actually, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it, fuck it. I'm not gonna say it. But definitely, ladies, men, gentlemen, protect yourself. Be safe. Someone tries something, you'll be prepared. So, I'm just letting you guys know, because, there's so many, like, registered sex offenders in the area that I live in, and it's really, really creepy. I try to do, background checks on people before I go out with them. But the guy the other weekend was just absolutely crazy. He was cool online, whatever. But when I met him in person, he was absolutely crazy, and I was scared for my life, honestly. So, I had to get out of there, and I left. And I was like, I just told him an emergency came up, and I left. He got mad. I was like, oh well, my safety was at stake, and I'm not gonna risk my safety because you want me to stay around so you could probably, like, turn me into a Kimmy Meatloaf. I'm not gonna have that happen. So, definitely protect yourself, have a wingman, do something to keep yourself safe at all times. So, I really hope this video helped you guys. If not, maybe it gave you a good laugh. So, I hope you guys will take some tips out of this video. I hope. If you guys have any ideas for Toxxxic Talk, please let me know, and I will definitely do them. I love you guys. Talk to all of you later. Bye.